There's a time for pessimism and there's a time for optimism. How about having a healthy balance of not being overly pessimistic and not being absolutely overly optimistic? Just kind of like having a normal balance in the middle, keeping a view to being healthily optimistic and not falling to pangs of fear or pangs or traps of pessimism, right? Where am I going with this? Look, in the process of normal growth, there's always few blips and always few times where you might think, oh wow, shucks, things aren't growing as they're supposed to. I'm going to give you an example that I got from the book, The Psychology of Money, okay? If you as a parent could look at your child's brain, okay? So let's imagine this is your child's brain and these are all the connections in your child's brain as the child's brain develops. If you were to actually look at the child's brain every day within his brain or her brain, you're going to see that the synaptic connections are actually reducing. Like they're like, they're not what they are every day. They're actually reducing. And you might actually panic and say, oh my God, gotta go see a doctor. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the normal process of growth, okay? So there's nothing wrong for you. There's nothing wrong with your child. This normal process of growth. The economy goes with ups, down swings, left, right, center. There's nothing really wrong. You've just got to take it within your stride and then not fall traps to the extreme pessimistic, the fear mongers. Don't have to be completely, absolutely optimistic. How about some healthy optimism? Where am I going with this? Show real fast. Hey guys, welcome back, all right? Now, look at this. I want to bring something to the fore to you, all right? I want to explain something of what the American economy has done for the last 170 years, okay? This has been the American economy's growth, right? So if this is $1 and on this side is GDP per capita in 1 million, GDP per capita in 3 zeros, okay? This is what the growth has been like over the last 170 years from 1850 to 2010. Okay, so this is what growth has been like. This is $10 and this is about 100. Okay, so I hope I'm actually making sense with this, okay? Over the last 170 years, this is what the American economy looks like, okay? It's kind of like going up this way, okay? But do you know what's happened in the last 170 years? Tons and tons of actual reasons for the Americans to be actually pessimistic. For example, now I'm going to give you the reasons, okay? 1.3 million Americans died in 9 wars, okay? I think that would be reason to be pessimistic. 99% of all companies that were created at that time, 99.9% of all companies don't exist anymore over the last 170 years, okay? 4 US presidents were assassinated. That's pretty big, okay? 675,000 Americans lost their life. 675,000 Americans lost their life in a pandemic flu. I think that was what they used to call the Spanish flu of the 1918. 33 recessions over 48 years. So 33 recessions over 48 years. Wow, that's pretty big actually. Stock market fell more than 10% from a recent high at least 102 times. The stock market fell at least 102 times. That's pretty big. Like imagine if, You had $100,000 invested in the market, the next day it's boom, 10%'s fallen down. The stock market lost at least a third of their value at least 12 times. The stock market lost a third of its value at least 12 times. Annual inflation exceeded 7% 20 separate years. So inflation was 7% or higher for 20 years and more. Okay. Right. So I don't know if you can read this, but I hope you can. And last but not the least, this is critical. According to Google, the word economic pessimism in that time, economic pessimism was cited 29,000 times in newspapers. 29,000 times. Can you understand? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like gives me, alhamdulillah, I thank God. I'm grateful for having gone and lived through the global financial crisis. Alhamdulillah, we came out stronger. And I'm grateful for having had to experience the pandemic, right? 2020 was supposed to be this great year. I said, hey, everything's going to change. Everything's going to be awesome. And 2020 became like this incredibly, well, I still consider it to be an awesome year because we learned and we grew and we're all alive. If you're watching this, you're alive, right? What I want to say is, look, guys, there's a lot of fear mongers coming out into the market and talking about this Great Depression recession coming through. I'm not sure that that's going to happen. We could actually have a change in the way the world is structured. So we went from a bipolar world where there was USSR on one side and the US on one side. Yeah, let's talk about this for a little while, all right? So we went from a bipolar world where there was USA v USSR. We went to a unipolar, so we went from multilateral world where there was Germany, Japan, USA, so on. So we went from multilateral to bipolar to unipolar, where the USA was kind of like the world police. And for the last 32 years, this has been the case. But we're going not just to a multilateral world, but to a, I think it's more like an oligopoly kind of world. Like there's like 4 to 5 to 7 big power centers where the, I really spread it out, where the power center is going to like come together, right? And it could be blocks or it could be countries. And I think as the world moves to this, there will be some interesting times ahead. But you know, we went through the global financial crisis, and let's not forget, 2008 was built to be the worst recession ever. Well, we kind of like lived through it. By 2009, things were okay. Came the pandemic, 2020, was supposed to be, the world was supposed to be reduced to 500 million people only. Or so spoke the conspiracies. I'm just saying, like, guys, just put it into perspective. For me, I'm looking at how can I continue to provide value? How can my investors continue to seek value? How can we actually be kinder souls to the people around us? How can we actually do business in a better way rather than just, you know, always just thinking about profit? But when you're doing that, you're going to be okay. Don't overstretch. Don't speculate. Be okay. Be normal. Don't fall prey to fear because it's going to affect you. And in my personal opinion, you know, over the last 170 years, this has been the US market with all these things, enough reasons. 1.3 million Americans dead in 9 wars. Companies that don't exist. US presidents who've been assassinated, 4. 675,000 people who died in a flu. 33 recessions in 48 years. The stock market fell 10%, 102 times. The stock market lost a third of its value. This was at least 12 times. Inflation was 7% or higher for 20 years. 20 times for 20 different years, and economic pessimism was 29,000 times. Oh my God. So tons of fear, right? Market was okay. You did okay. So if you were like in a business of providing value, let's say steel that people need, cars that people need to drive, food, beverage, jewelry that people need to look good, you're okay. You're okay. Really think about this, okay? Look, if you're looking to purchase a property in Dubai, There is a link below. Get in touch. Love to help you. I'm not going to fear-monger you. We're not going to be absolutely optimistic. We're going to have healthy optimism, and we're going to figure it out, and we're going to be like, hey, everything's always working out for me, all right? Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Ciao for now. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. I started in Toronto, Canada in 2006, and since 2007, I've been based in Dubai and doing real estate in Dubai. Look, if you're looking to work with me, there's a form below and my mobile number. I do paid consulting. You can also get help from my team for services. If you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe and the bell icon, and share it with your friends who you feel would be able to benefit from the content of this video. Last but not the least, I'll repeat, me and my team's role is always going to be to help and select the best property for you. Your role will be to invest in that property, and we will in turn invest in your life and your future. Bye for now.